Hello, How I Met My Brother fans. It's your host, Jacob Cody. And, yep, you guessed it. I still have not created that intro that will change your life. So, just wanted to come back on here and apologize for that. But also, give you another shout out, You guys made it to episode 21. This episode is now legally able to drink, is now legally an official adult. Oh, and Jeff's FaceTiming me right now. Have a great episode. This is How I Met My Brother. Welcome back to How I Met My Brother podcast. My name is Jacob Cody, and this is my beautiful... Oh, yeah, you like that? My beautiful, luscious, handsome young man of a stud co-host, Jeffrey Warchalik. What's up, Jeff?
Well, thank you. I've never been called any of those things.
Yeah, I know. I needed to boost your confidence a little bit there. Give you some softballs to hit,
That was pretty good considering I only introduced you last week as Intrepid.
Yeah, I need to one-up you on that.
I'm good. I'm good. We're back.
Back at it?
Back in the freezing cold temperatures, whereas about 96 hours ago I was in Miami, Florida. And now I'm here. I'm home.
Living it up with Dwayne Wade and Adam Sandler.
Yep, and there's another guy there too. Oh, what's the rapper name? Do you remember?
Yeah, no, Jeff sent
it to J. Cole.
J. Cole was there.
But
I
then there was
another rapper.
Yeah, there was a trash rapper. I don't know.
Yeah, no, J. Cole. I immediately when Jess sent me a picture of J. Cole, I texted her lyrics back, and she was like, "What?" I was like, "Oh gosh."
I know. She showed me, and I was like, "No, that's a song that he sings."
Oh man, yeah, you're back. It's good to have you back, buddy.
Thanks. It's
definitely didn't bring
great to be back.
Yeah, definitely didn't bring the warm weather back with you though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like my favorite part about Connecticut really is how it gets dark at 4:00 and how it's 25 degrees overnight.
Yeah, I love walking out of my work building, not being able to see where I'm walking, while wearing a sweatshirt but still freezing. Get into my car and immediately feel tired to then get home and have to do all the chores that I have to do or activities that I have to do. Mm-hmm. So, love the winter.
Yep. So I have a little something for you.
Oh.
And it goes back to a topic that we have discussed in great, great detail.
Oh, frick.
TSA agents.
Oh, no.
So, I may be converting a little bit to your side.
Yeah. I knew as soon as you were going to the airport, I was like, you know what? He's going to think about it more, and he's going to think, wow.
Yeah, so we were at, I think this was Miami. This might have been coming home. So this was at the end of the trip.
So you're already on edge a little bit, but...
Yeah, not happy. It is literally going through security. It was 4:45 in the morning. It was like 4:45 a.m. And there's this TSA agent. He's like average build, like you or me. He's white, short, brown hair, middle aged. Yeah, he's jacked out of his mind. He's ripped. But he for some reason he's wearing sunglasses inside while he's working, and he has probably the most punchable face I've ever seen in my entire life. But to go along with that, that's not really the issue. The issue is that he was degrading us in line. Kind of. He
was degrading us.
But this TSA agent, for every 2 minutes, he'd be like, "All right, everybody, bags, laptops in the bins. Not that hard. Come on, let's go." Just like that.
Bro, I would have wanted to punch him in the face.
People were getting testy in the line. We were talking to this nice guy from Dallas, and he was like, "Yo, this guy needs to punched in the face or something.
Yeah.
I mean, he said it a little bit different than that. But
Yeah,
that's why I paused.
Yeah. I could see that.
But that, along with just after listening to our conversation on the pod and then seeing the TSA agents I saw, my confidence isn't where it was that they could protect us from a terrorist attack.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, listen, they go through training, Maybe I was a little rough on them on the training part, but I just don't think they listen.
Yeah.
And I think it's the same thing with every job, and this is the problem. I work for a recruiting company, so I know what I'm talking about here.
Oh, okay. All right.
People can't find good candidates, so then they just hire whoever comes to them.
I hear that.
So I've kind of thought, like, after we talked about it too, I thought about it a lot, and I was like, what did I think of TSA agents, 10 years ago?
Yeah.
And I thought back, and I was like, you know what? I think I respected them a little more.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I think the problem is that nobody wants to work, so then there's these scrubs that are like, oh, I need a good paying job. And I'm sure it's, like, not bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure it's, like, not bad of a paying job. So scrubs are probably like, oh, I'm going to apply. And they're just getting in because they need somebody to do it, That's my take.
I would agree. And not for nothing. Have you ever been to the Miami airport?
I have, actually.
Isn't it the worst?
Yeah.
It is literally the worst airport.
I'm not going to lie,
been to.
like, when you said you were going to Miami, I was like, I don't know, like, I guess for a honeymoon, or like if you had, it's just such a party area.
Yeah.
That like if you're not a party guy, then like what's the point? But if you're like staying at like a nice hotel and you're just chilling, and there's tons of activities to do, so I get it. But.
Well, you know what? That's what we found out, is that if you're not huge into like partying and drinking and stuff like that, it's not really the best area. Especially when there's a hurricane going through, and there's literally nothing to do. And
you know why there was a hurricane? It was raining.
Why?
Because it was a Monday.
Yeah, you're right.
And you were on the way in your head. You were on the way to record the pod.
It's true.
And it was raining. So
we had a storm.
I sat here on this couch just waiting for you. I was like, it's raining. Where's Jeff? I had the microphone out, but no one to talk with.
I'm sorry. I was here in spirit. Also, for the Miami airport, it was the longest walk ever to get to the rental car. We were walking for 25 minutes.
See, I was
no joke.
I was in there for like a layover, so I didn't really. I mean, I like left. We took an Uber and like went to like the beach and stuff. When I went, but we didn't have to like do that, so it wasn't too bad. But it was not a pleasant airport.
No, and
I don't really like any of the airports in Florida. Like the Orlando one's nice.
At least it's nice though.
But the wait times are so long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But Miami's like falling apart. Literally, it's a dump.
Yeah.
And at least I think, I wasn't in there for a ton, but it seemed like each terminal had its own security. So like we couldn't leave one terminal to go to another to get food or anything. We were stuck with the one little coffee shop that was in the B terminal.
But you got your cup of joe.
I did, but I would have rather gone to another place.
Was it not the mocha latte?
It was okay. It was, surprisingly good. I did.
Was it a mocha latte?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I did get an iced mocha latte made with oat milk, and it was better than expected because it was one of those like, fly by night coffee shops, ones that you don't see all the time, kind of like Joffrey's. Yeah. Kind of like that.
Joffrey's every corner in Disney World?
Yeah, except Joffrey's is good. But this place, I don't remember the name. It was surprisingly okay, but I really wanted to go to Starbucks, and apparently you can't leave the B terminal because we already went through security. It's like they aren't all connected.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Okay, let me give you a news update of my life. We talked about this a little bit last episode, but I'm telling you, I'm a die-hard Cumbies coffee guy now.
Are you?
Like that's my thing. Like now you're like I go to the same Cumbies on the way to work every day that I go in now, and the lady knows me. And today she made me even more of a diehard fan because I walked in today, and this is what I do. I walk in, I turn to my left, I get a little packet of those donuts.
Oh, you're a bad boy. You're gonna be a big bad boy pretty soon. Listen, keep eating the donuts.
You gotta get the donuts. So I get the donuts, and then I walk over, and I get my big cup, fill it with ice. I'm always chatting with the people because we're all in it together.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm in line. I'm getting the ice, and then I'm like waiting. I'm like, oh. You know, like, you go ahead, grab the cream. It's you. And she's like, no, you know what? Today this lady was like, I like to have a little coffee with my creamer. And I was like, I just love it, you know. Anyways, so I pull up, I do my thing. That's what I do. I don't really know if I said much of what I just did, but usually I get my coffee. I get my coffee. I get my creamer. You know, stir it up. Have a little conversation. It's always someone new. It's either like some construction guy or some old lady. You know, it's always someone new. I love that part of it. We have a little small talk. It's great. Then I go up to the counter, and it's usually this woman. Some days it's not, but it's usually her. Mm-hmm. And I walk up, and it's the same cost every day. It's $2.28 because it's $1.28 for the donuts and $1 for the coffee.
Where's the tax?
Or whatever. So it's $1 for the donuts. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, I pull up and she's like, I don't know who is that? Someone just knocked downstairs. I don't know what that is. Oh, my landlord's yelling. Anyways, so the lady rings it up and she says, $1.28 is your total. And I'm like, I got the coffee too. She's like, no, it's on us.
Wow.
And I said, I think I love you. No, I didn't say that directly, but I was like, I told her this because I was just so happy.
Yeah.
I was like, you'll see me a lot. You'll see me here a lot. Because...
Go ahead, continue.
Because this is the best experience I've had in a long time. I told her, I was like, this made my day. Because you know what? It's not even Friday. Friday is free coffee at Cumbies.
Is there free coffee every Friday?
I think so, yeah. That's what I've been told.
I didn't know that. Huh.
So, but I usually don't go on Fridays because I'm at home.
Oh, yeah, true.
But I got free coffee today, and I don't know why it took me 3-4 minutes to tell you that. But I just want you to know, as far as coffee goes, I'm a Cumbies coffee guy through and through, and that's my new thing.
You know what I like about... Hold on. Which Cumbies is this? Is this the one in Auburn on that 4-lane road?
No, it's in Grafton.
Okay,
it's like 7 minutes from my work. You get off the Mass Pike in Grafton, and it's right there on the right. And they're my people. You know? I just feel at home there.
Well, the thing is I feel like there's a sense of community through the Cumbies. You feel especially the morning crew. Anywhere, if you're going to Cumbies from 7 to 9 a.m., you feel like you're all in it together. Yeah. You get your blue collar construction worker, you get your sales manager.
Yeah.
And you get, everybody's just up for the grind.
Everybody's just there. Mm-hmm. Everybody's going to work. Everybody's doing the same thing, and we're grabbing our coffee, and we just love it. You know?
Yeah. I'm with that.
We're just a big happy family, and I don't think anyone could take that joy from me.
I will. I'll snatch that from you.
I will. Oh man! And you know what? Cumbies is just a pleasant place. You know, other gas stations, they're just not.
Do you want to know what I hate about myself? This is along these lines.
Man. Jeez. All right. Talking about the joy in my life, but all right, go ahead.
I will go into a Cumberland Farms, and they're all almost the same. You have your small ones with just the basics, and then you have your upscale, really nice Cumbies with the kitchens,
that's
and the hot dogs and all that. I love those.
Yeah.
The problem is I get overwhelmed. I will literally walk through the aisles in Cumberland Farms and look at the menu for 10 or 15 minutes and not know what to get. And then I settle on a hot coffee and a bag of peanuts or something. I don't even get an egg Sammy or something, something good like that. So that's what I hate about myself, is I get overwhelmed by the noise. That's why I don't do well in Cumberland Farms. Dunkin', Starbucks, it's easy. Same thing every time.
See, Dunkin's and Starbucks to me now, they just lack community.
Yeah,
like
I would agree.
America may run on Dunkin',
mm-hmm.
but America works on Cumbies. That's what I.
We can work on that. We can work on that.
Where America sprints on Cumbies. I don't know.
Say
I'll think
is
about
fueled.
it. No, that's too original.
What? That was better than either of the ones that you just gave. Cumbies
No.
America is fueled by Cumbies.
No. We'll think. We'll get back to you on that.
Jakey is fueled by Cumbies.
No, Jakey is definitely fueled by. And I'm just so happy. I'm happy to be a Cumbies guy.
I respect it.
And everybody that's listening that's thinking, oh man, Jacob is such a scumbag, idiot, poor piece of crap that goes to Cumbies and he has no taste.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I have to say to you? You just don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I feel bad for you. Because you're going to Starbucks spending your $8 on something that I could make with my single cup Mr. Coffee machine over there.
I challenge you to that.
And some oat milk.
No, you couldn't.
I could do it.
I'll challenge you to
when
that
you
every
could
time.
go to Cumbies and you not only would find a $1 cup of coffee, but you would also find love in your heart. And that's where that's it. That's what I want to say.
All right, well, I respect your opinion. I don't necessarily agree. I think Cumbies is good. It's good bottom shelf coffee. Cumbies is good bottom shelf coffee.
Let me tell you, like,
that's all there is to it.
Like, no joke. Like, it may not be as high quality, but it's close, I think. And you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised the bean quality that they use is probably pretty close to Starbucks. I've heard Starbucks bean quality is actually trash.
I could imagine that.
Like, I was told by someone who is very good with coffee that they said that the beans that McDonald's buys from Green Mountain are better quality beans than the ones that Starbucks buy. You'd be surprised. I think it's all about the brand with Starbucks.
It is. That's a big... Well... I don't know.
Marketing just got them there.
You know what?
That's why they can charge.
Starbucks is consistency. You go to any Starbucks in America, you get the same exact thing. If I go to a Dunkin' in Canterbury versus a Dunkin' in Thompson, they don't make things the same way.
No, that's true. But at Cumbies, you make it yourself, and that's what I don't how like you like it.
Yeah, but
you like it your way.
The problem is I don't know how to make it right.
Your
guess.
Way. That's what I have to say.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyways.
I did want to talk to you about the whole gas station thing, because it's not a joke. It happened to me right before we left. I went into a Cumberland Farms and I spent 15 minutes walking around. I could not decide what to eat, so I left with a bag of peanuts and a black coffee. And then I didn't drink the black coffee.
That's a problem.
I dumped it out.
You know,
because it's trash for poor people. Remember? I'm just kidding.
Bro, that makes me like.
No, I love Cumbies.
It like actually makes me sad.
I have the app on my phone.
All right. Oh, there's an app?
You don't have the app?
Do
you even save 10 cents on your gas?
No. You know what's funny is I used to go to this one gas station when I used to work in Leicester. And every single time it'd be like, type in your phone number for like 10 cents off a gallon. Or 5 cents off a gallon. And like I did it, but then it would like text me all the time. And I was like, oh, I don't want this. So then I would go there and I would just type my mom's number in. It would text her instead. She's like, she would tell me, she's like, why do I keep getting these texts? And I'm like, I don't know. That's weird. You should probably block that.
I don't know how all that works, but I have an app on my phone. It's linked to my debit card. When I get to the Cumbies, I just tell them what pump I'm at, and then it turns on the pump, and I pump the gas. I save 10 cents a gallon. And I can do it in store too. I can just scan my phone there, and there's rewards and everything. I love it's great. There's actually, you can get tons of free cigarettes if you're into that.
I love Cumbies. They're unreal.
I know.
All right. Enough about Cumbies.
So have you ever slept in an airport?
Wait. Before we get off topics, can I tell you a quick story?
Sure. Yeah.
It's about gas stations, that's why.
All right.
So I'm at
to be fair, I wasn't done with the airport topic.
Oh.
But continue. I'll just... I'll go back to the back of the bus per usual.
Listen, shut up.
It's your turn.
And listen to my story.
You're the lead. We all know it. Go ahead.
Yes. Don't forget it. Cumbies Coffee. Sponsored by Cumbies Coffee. Anyways. I'm at the gas station. This is actually, I wanted to bring this up because it's, you know how we do my like neighborhood stories? Like the Tuba Kid and whatever. Like,
oh, yeah.
Stories around here. Well, I consider this one of those because it's the gas station right down the road and it's the same people.
I know basically. That gas station.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm at that gas station, right? And I'm actually, unfortunately, filling my tires with air. That's another story. Yeah,
that is another story.
But I'm filling my tires with air, and then I go into the station to buy. I think I was just mad, so I wanted some chocolate. Because when I get mad, you gotta get McDonald's or chocolate. It's just how it goes for me.
Yep.
So I go to get chocolate, and then I'm walking out, and I needed gas. So then I started pumping my gas when I'm eating my chocolate bar, and this guy walks out, opens his car door, looks down, sees like a screw, and he looks at me, and he's like, hey, and he's like, see this? he's literally like this. He's like, that's a nice screw. And then and then no joke, he like grabs it and he just whips it at the window, like the glass.
No. Are you kidding?
No joke. He's like, that's a nice screw, and then just like angrily like whips it at the window at the Extra Mart, and then gets in his car and like speeds off. And I was like, what the heck just happened, bro?
That's what happens when you live in North Grosvenor-Dale. In the hood.
Groves in the Berberdale.
Yeah, I can't talk. It's fine.
Yeah, it was. I was just like, and I looked around and I was like, did nobody else see that? And like when he started talking to me, like when he said "nice screw," I like didn't know what he meant. So I was like, yeah.
And you thought he was hitting on you or something?
No, no. I thought he was just like trying to make small talk for some reason, and I was just like, yeah. I was like, yeah. And then he just turns around and whips it, and I was like, and the guy inside was like, like thought like a rock fell. Or, I don't know what, like an acorn fell off a tree or something. I don't know what he thought, but he was just like looking around like, what the heck? It was pretty funny. Anyways, have I ever slept in an airport? Yes.
Well, have you slept on the floor of an airport?
I didn't technically sleep, but I was there all night, yes.
On the floor of an airport?
At one point I laid on the floor.
Because the other problem with the Miami airport is it looks like a homeless shelter. There are people
they don't get kicked out
everywhere. No, but like on the floor, I would drown myself in Lysol, in bleach. I would permanently disinfect myself.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
I would suffocate myself with Clorox.
Listen.
I could never. I can't. There's no.
No.
Go ahead.
Just listen.
I'm listening.
One winter break, my freshman year of college, my family went to Disney the last week of winter break. And then we had to fly back to Boston. And then, like, the next day, I was going to be getting in a car with my buddy Tim, and we were going to drive back down to Liberty. But there was this huge snowstorm. And they, like, were like, hey, we can't land in Boston. There's too much snow. We have to land at JFK.
Okay.
So we landed in JFK, and then they were like, hey, like, we're not going to get a flight out, so we have a shuttle that's going to bring you from JFK to Boston. But like by the time the shuttle got back, I would have like not made it when he was leaving, and that was my ride. So I called him and I was like, listen, like I'm like stuck at JFK, and he's like, oh, I'll just pick you up on the way. And I was like, okay, but like that's not going to be until like 6 a.m. and at the time it's like 10 p.m. So I'm like, all right, well I guess I'll just like chill here. And so I'm just chilling, and the problem was the seats had armrests. Yeah. So you can't lay down. And I'm dummy tired, my guy. Okay. So I put my bag on the ground and I like laid down like against it. and watch TV. But I couldn't sleep because, like you said, same with New York. This is New York City. Like, there's just homeless people walking in and out. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna like wake up to like some dude like in my backpack, like doing something weird,
foraging around like a raccoon looking for scraps.
So I was like, I'm not gonna fall asleep. Some guy did sit next to me, like, and like just like sat there.
Yeah,
and then
weird.
After like 20 minutes, got up and left, and I was like, did I just get like marked or something? Like,
marked.
Like, is someone gonna like steal from me now?
Child traffic you or something?
Yeah, I was actually kind of scared. I was like, I'm gonna get kidnapped. Like, this is bad. Anyways,
I cannot think of any excuse to sleep on the airport floor. Have you ever been into an airport bathroom? I know the answer is yes. Especially the Miami airport bathroom or JFK or whatever. Disgusting. Basically, what you have is you have thousands of people every day tracking going into and out of the public restrooms and just tracking all that stuff all over the place, stepping
Isn't
on the
that
ground.
everywhere though?
Well, that's why I don't wear my shoes in the house, and that's why it bothers me when you wear your shoes in my house. Because
Bro,
you walk through these public restrooms and dirty up my floors and my carpets.
First of all, I don't go into public restrooms during the day, like the regular work week.
Regardless, other people do, and you step in their tracks.
Oh my gosh!
It's all over the place.
Then like, shut up.
I come from a very strict no shoes inside the
no house.
Inside
I come from a very strict no house.
No shoes inside the house family, and that's the way I want to live my life. Because, and this comes up so frequently, and Jess's dad does the same thing. He wears his shoes in the house. And
bro, sometimes you just don't want to take your shoes off and get your socks dirty with your gross house.
I guarantee
you got cat hair everywhere. You got crap that your washer was leaking one time I was there.
You were
am I trying to get my
FaceTime.
All right, whatever. Trying to get my socks wet from your washer leakage.
Regardless of what happens in my home, I guarantee it is at least 100 times cleaner than any public restroom in the entire universe.
What about one in Japan?
Cleaner. Much cleaner.
No, I don't think so.
Much cleaner.
I don't think so. Japan is clean.
Not as clean as my home.
What is this, Japan? Oh man, making sound bites, you know.
Yeah.
Listen.
So I don't know. I was just offended when I saw hundreds of people sleeping in the Miami airport.
All right, so let me ask you a question. When you go up, I have two questions for you actually.
Good. Give them.
And it has to do with airports kind of as well, but also this topic of when you go on an escalator, do you put your hand on the belt?
Absolutely not. Never.
Well, then what do? Just stand there?
I stand there and wait. What do you mean like a loser? I have better balance than you. That's what that shows.
That is what that shows, I guess.
No, this is how I live my life. I don't touch things unless I need to. I don't touch any handrail ever. I don't. If I'm on the bus for any reason, which I'm never on the bus.
My guy is going off right now.
I am not touching the things that hang down for handrails.
Well, I don't touch those either, but not because of like cleanliness. I just think I'm better than that.
Oh, so you have better balance than everyone else.
I do. I feel like I'm surfing the bus. You know what I mean?
I feel that. No, I don't touch any handrail.
All right, well, just...
Especially
listen, that was a yes or no question, so...
Okay, no is the
answer. All right, my next question is, are you a waiter or a walker on the escalator?
It's interesting.
Do you know what I mean by that?
I know exactly what you mean. It depends how tired I am.
Well, it's just like, you know, if I'm going down, I might walk. If I'm going...
It's the opposite for me.
If I'm going up, I am waiting. Because the thing is, when you're going down, it's like you're feeling good. You're like going faster and you're just chill, like, you know. But when you're going up, you're obviously going faster, but you're still exerting effort because you're stepping up.
Yes, makes complete sense. I've never thought of it that way.
Same with those walking, like...
oh, yeah, the little...
They're not escalators, but they're like people movers or whatever.
Yeah, they're people movers.
Yeah. Like those, like I walk on those because it's like you're just going faster. You're not exerting more effort.
Yeah.
You're just going, and you feel like a superhero.
Okay.
Like I feel like I should be. Like, I feel like Usain Bolt on one of those things.
I understand your point, and I think this comes down to two different things. I think it's a school of thought, really. Your school
Big
of thought
academia guy over here.
is speed.
Freaking love school. Can't get away from schools. All right, go ahead.
Your philosophy is around speed. My philosophy is around stability.
Well, speed times mass equals friction. So like you got.
No, that's wrong.
Oh.
Have you ever taken physics?
Yes, multiple times. I taught physics.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
You took physics in college?
I taught it.
Dude, shut up.
I was in the class. My teacher, his name was Alberto Einsteino, and he's like, "Does anybody think they can teach better than me?" I stood up, raised my hand. I said, "Yes, I can." You know why? Because of force. That's why. And then he's like, everybody clapped, and I taught the lecture from there on.
All right, well, that's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie, and I'm going to call it how I see it.
Okay.
Anyways, regarding the escalator, I am far more comfortable walking when it's going up because that is much more stable activity. When you're going down and you try to walk down while the escalator is moving, you could fall very easily.
Oh, so you have no balance.
Well,
that's what I hear.
Well,
all I heard was, I have no balance. I have no balance. I have no balance.
Since I'm better than everyone else, I don't use the handrail, so it's a little bit tough to keep your balance that way.
Sounds like a quitter.
Yeah.
Quitters never win. Winners never quit. I choose to be a winner. That's what we used to have to say in karate.
Really?
Yeah.
Speaking of fighting and martial arts.
Oh.
Are you aware that I'm a boxer?
Yeah, what? Did you get my text about that?
Yeah, and I just ignored it.
Bro, I legit thought like your phone got hacked and I was getting like an ad for some like boxing class sent into my group chat. I was like, what?
No, it's because if I bring a friend to my boxing class, I get $50.
Oh, that's why. You don't even care about me. You just care about $50. I respect the bag.
Yeah.
My hands touched the railing just today.
I know, and they're disgusting.
Yeah,
they're
like that?
Clammy. You probably didn't even wash your hands when you got home.
I always wash my hands.
You didn't today because I didn't see you do that.
I did exactly. When I walked in, I went over and I washed my hands.
Regardless, this is off topic. I am now in a boxing class with my coach, Coach Cisco. And let me tell you.
Cisco is a company that delivers food to cafeterias.
I'm aware, yeah.
And that is your coach?
Mm-hmm. Great cook.
Want to cook?
Anyways.
Man, this is all over the place.
Yikes.
My mind is just going in 60,000 different directions. Anyways.
Well, basically, it's a lot of fun.
I took a boxing class.
Yeah, I know. You told me with Mr. I don't know. Do you want to say who it was? Or
Coach Francisco.
You're such
I don't remember his name.
I don't think that was his name.
I don't remember his name, but my friend, I'll have to send you a picture. My friend I sent him a picture because someone took a picture of me like hitting the bag, and he like cropped like Jake Paul in it, like falling down, getting hit. I'll send that to you.
Didn't I do that?
Was it you?
I definitely did. I did the ESPN Fight Night banner.
Yeah, maybe you did. It was my friend Dan.
Okay, he did Jake.
He does
and then
that.
I did the ESPN thing.
Yeah, all my friends do that. They take things that I'm proud of and make a joke out of it.
I think I put in Rocky Balboa or something. I remember this very clearly.
I'm just kidding.
Well, clearly not very clearly, but I remember this. Anyway, boxing is a lot of fun. Great workout.
It is a great workout, and I wish I would have gone more. But also, the one that you invited me to is like a 45 minutes south, and then I'd have to go like an hour and a half north after to work. So
well, that's why I figured
it's gonna be a no for me, dog.
That's why I thought you wouldn't be interested. Is it snowing right now?
Yeah.
It's so
Snowing
annoying.
big time. Hey, I just got a notification. It's time to be real. You want to be in my be real right now?
Yeah. Let's
On
be
air?
real. Let's be real.
Let's be real. You ready? Let's be. Oh, hold on.
Get the ring light.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we just did it.
Nice.
So real.
Check out that Be Real at bereal.com/jmcody7.
BeReal.com at JMCody7.
So, when we were in Miami,
Oh. Yeah, go ahead.
what do you have?
Oh, I just had something I wanted to mention to you.
Continue. Go ahead.
No, it's all right.
It's what I have to say is kind of stupid. It's not even
Oh.
funny or interesting.
Mine is just I heard this when I was at the movies on Friday, and I think you'd appreciate
That's what you were doing
it.
Friday? I was wondering why you didn't text me back. I thought you were mad at me.
Jeff does this thing if I don't text him back in a
Reasonable amount of time.
less than a day, then I'm mad at him. When in reality, I have a busy life.
It's true.
And
Anyways,
and
movies.
I think we should see other people.
All right, that's fine. It's over.
All right, pack it up. We'll see you guys next week. Just kidding. Anyways, I was at the movies. I went to go see Black Panther 2. Fantastic movie.
Comic book movies.
It's fantastic. I'm sorry that there wasn't 40 men in cars driving in circles, but it was a fantastic
Hey, come
movie.
on, take it easy.
Which also, I got another letter from Jeff Gordon that we need to read.
Oh, sweet.
So
I can't wait.
mail time with Jacob will come soon. But it's at the movie theater, and I went to Panera Bread to get dinner first.
Okay. In Lisbon? You went to Lisbon?
No,
Blackstone?
Blackstone.
Is Panera up there?
Yeah.
Hmm.
But it's kind of far from not far, but it's on the opposite side of the parking lot
Yeah.
from the theater. And I was like, it's a Friday night. I'm probably not going to get a spot. So I'm walking, and I'm going to meet some people from my small group there. And I'm walking, and I just walk by this guy. He's talking to this other guy, and they're waiting to get into Red Robin.
Hmm.
And this guy, he's pointing, and I can see him pointing. And then I get close enough to hear him, and he said, "Hey, they got a lot of roofs here." And he's like, he literally says that, and he says, "Man, I love roofs." And that's the only part of the conversation I heard, and I just thought, man, Jeff would like that.
You should have gotten his business card. Or his name or phone number.
He loved roofs.
Could have hooked him up with a job.
Yeah.
That's the
Anyways.
strangest thing because I don't know anyone that's in the business of roofing that likes roofs.
Yeah.
So for someone to actually like
He
roofs
said
is,
he said he loves roofs.
odd.
That's all I heard. He just said, "Man, there's a lot of roofs here," and pointed, and then just said, "I love roofs." And I walked by, and I was like, all I could think about was Jeff.
And you didn't even text me. You didn't even have the courage to text me and tell me that.
I was nervous.
Leave that.
Sorry. Anyways, that's my story.
So on Monday or Thursday night, the week runs together. When
Monday
you're
or
on vacation.
Thursday, we don't know.
One of those because we went to the Miami Heat game. It was Monday.
You went to 2 games.
We went to 2 games. So it was Monday
Big
night.
baller.
Yeah, you know. Well, the tickets
Shot
are pretty cheap down there.
caller.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Tickets are pretty cheap. So we did go to 2 Heat games. But Monday night, we went to, we Ubered downtown just because it's easier with parking. Parking's like $60 for a game.
Yeah,
And
I
we
paid $50
Ubered
at the
about
Celtics game last night.
It's ridiculous.
It was dumb. Keep going.
Anyways, we went down there. We went to the Hard Rock Cafe.
Oh.
They did this thing that I thought was really nice. The manager, just shouting out Hard Rock, no big deal. The manager comes to our table, and they're like, "Are you Jessica?" And Jessica was like, "Yes, I am." And they were like, "Oh, well, thank you so much for coming to Hard Rock tonight. We saw that you booked a reservation and just wanted to say our sincere thanks and give you this gift. It was a drawstring bag. A Hard Rock drawstring bag for free." So, needless to say, I gave them a 5-star review.
Man.
On Google.
And we're giving them a free sponsorship right now.
It's true. To our thousands of listeners.
Yes. Free ad right here. Hard Rock Cafe.
Miami,
You
Florida.
go there and you make a reservation, we guarantee that you're going to get a free drawstring bag.
Use promo code HIMBB HIMMB.
Yes, and just write that in the notes when you're sending the Just tell them that when you're calling for reservation.
Yep.
They'll know what it means. They'll get you your free drawstring bag, and there might be a couple $100 in it. We don't know. We don't know. We've never seen it, but it could be.
It won't be a free hat or lanyard. It'll be a couple $100.
Yeah, $100 crisp $100 bills.
So I thought that was nice. We left, and we're on this like boardwalk thing. It has a whole bunch of shops. It's really cool area in Miami. Big Ferris wheel, all that. So we were walking through the shops. We had some time to kill before the game, and there are many vendors that solicit you on this particular walkway, and that's something that I have a hard time with.
Why? You can't say no?
That's correct. I have a hard time saying no. And let's just say that I bought $60 worth of skincare
No,
products.
you didn't.
I did.
Jeff.
I did. There was this man, nice, really, really friendly, middle-aged black man. He says, he was like, "Hey, boy. Why don't you come on over here?" And so naturally I did. And he was like,
Jeff.
he took my hands. He was like, "Hey, how are your hands? Would you say they're medium, soft, or hard?" I was like, "Oh, they're about average."
What is even average when it comes to that?
I don't know. I have a few calluses because I like to lift.
Oh.
But they're not really coarse like sandpaper, and they're not really soft.
Because you keep ripping them open because you're just lifting so hard.
It's true. Anyways, so he's like, "Try this," and he pours salt and like rocks and stuff into my hands.
Are you sure this just wasn't a homeless guy?
He takes out his salt shaker.
It starts biting your hand. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It needs a little bit of hold on. He pulls out his pepper.
That'll do it. And he's like, "All right, rub them together for a minute." I'm like, "Okay, I'm rubbing them together just like this." Then at the end of the minute, he's like, "All right, let's wash off the rocks and the salt."
At this point, he's got my wallet in his other hand.
And Jess is 100 yards north. And my hands feel so soft. So at this point, I'm sold. And then he's like, "And wait, there's more."
Take your shoes and socks off. We're doing your feet.
Yeah, and let me put this blindfold around your eyes. Tie your hands behind
just
your
get in
back.
my car. We just got to go
water.
a few blocks. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So he actually, Jess was actually right there next to me, doing the same thing with the rocks and the salt. And he's like, "So this is your lady, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, we just got married." And he says, "Ooh, all right." Keep in mind, as I describe this man, he looks exactly like Terry Crews. I'll show you a picture of him because I follow him on Instagram
is he
now.
Jack?
Yeah, he's huge. And he's from Philadelphia.
Oh, okay. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yeah, we bonded over that. At that point, he had me sold. He's like, "All right, this is your lady." I was like, "Yeah, she's my lady." And he gives me this massage oil, and he's like, "All right, why don't you try this on for size?" And he says, "Put this in your hands and start rubbing the back of your neck. Massage it just like this." I'm like, "All right, that's a little bit weird." Because and then he bumps me out of the way, and he says, "All right, it's my turn." I'm just kidding. He doesn't
your
actually.
Biggest nightmare right there.
Yeah, that's a fact. And then he demoed a couple other products, and he was like, and usually all this is $110, but today, since I like you, since you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan, I'm gonna give it to you for $55. I'm like, and this is not a joke. I'm like, I hate myself for this. I'm like, all right, all I have is 60. And he's like, "Fair enough." He takes the 320s out of my hands, and that's...
Oh my god. Bro.
And then he...
Duns.
Well, yeah, he took down our address, and he mailed us the products, and they actually did come. And about the... They came today from FedEx, actually.
You saw him packing up his booth right after that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
No, it was... I'm just kidding. It was pretty legit, and the products did work well, and he was a really nice guy, so it was cool. But I just thought that was a funny little skincare Terry Crews moment.
That is funny.
That we had. I'll show you to him. He looks a mix of Terry Crews and Chris Bosh, actually.
Man.
Yeah. He was a big boy.
Bro, that's... Dang. I've had an experience like that, but I don't care. So, like one time this guy's on the street, and this is a little bit different, because he's not at, like... So this guy's on the street of New York City. I'm in Manhattan. And this guy's like, oh, check out my new album. Like, this rap album.
This happened to me too.
Yeah. And he's like, and he hands me the disc, and I'm like, oh no, I'm good. And he's like, no man, it's free. You want me to sign it? And I'm like, sure, bro. So, like, make you feel good about yourself. He like grabs it and he like signs it. And he's like, here you go. And he's like, oh, you want to make a donation? And I was like, no, bro, I don't have any money. And he just like rips the CD out of my hand and just goes to the next person.
Yeah, that's about.
I was like, oh, okay, all right.
About how I figured that would go.
Quotes free.
Yeah. One time I bought Jess a $110 hair straightener at one of those booths. Gosh. This was in the mall though, so it was
the mall guys they
suck you in.
So like this one guy, and I usually don't get sucked in. I usually just say no and keep walking. But I just wanted to see what this guy had to say for some reason. And he's the same thing. He's like, brother, come here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right. He's like, come on, your shoes are dirty. Let me clean them, brother. And he like grabs and I'm like, bro, these are when I don't know if you might remember these. These are classic high school shoes.
Yeah.
They're my like orange Nikes.
I know. Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about too. Yeah.
So I have these orange Nikes and they're dirty as crap. And they're like, I use them to like, I would mow the lawn in them. Like, go out and help cut wood for my uncle in that. Like,
yeah.
And go to school. Like, they just were my everydays. So like, they're dirty and you're not cleaning them because they're just like years of caked on dirt.
Oh yeah.
So, like, definitely a no-no in Jeff's house with these shoes.
That's a fact. That's right. You got that right.
So, and I'm like, bro, you can, like, try.
Yeah.
To, like, clean these. And, like, they're old. They have, like, holes in them. And he's like, all right, if I clean them, you got to consider this. And I'm like, all right, bro. He gets them, bro, and he's, like, scrubbing the tar. He's like,
yeah.
Like going hard, and so hard that it's like getting my sock wet because there's holes in it. Yeah. And I'm like, bro. And then like, good. He's like, man, you know what? And he like, basically was like, get lost. Like he didn't say that, but he was basically like, he's like, oh, it's all right, man. You don't gotta buy here. And I was like, yeah, like you're not cleaning these shoes, but
the same thing happened to me at the Big E, except they did clean the shoes, and I bought the stuff.
But man, if you guys want to sell something to Jeff, just call him like. Be nice to him, call him over, and
yeah, that's a fact.
Do something.
But that stuff actually works really well, and I still have it, and I use it fairly frequently to clean shoes. So
yeah, I'm sure this would have worked too. It's just all what it is these people buy this old like stuff that they buy in bulk from like China, and then just sell it at malls.
Well, to my defense, the shoe stuff works really well. And I wanted to buy that because I needed shoe cleaner.
But you could buy it cheaper somewhere else.
But this was better quality stuff. I think. I believe.
Bro, it's like they bought it from DH.
Let me finish, please.
And they slapped a label like
no
clean kicks with Z's.
No, this shoe company is a legit brand. I swear. It was at the Big E. It wasn't at some.
Is it Better corner. Business Bureau approved?
No, that's BBB.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't. Anyways, okay, let me finish. To my defense, the shoe stuff worked really well, and I'm happy I bought it. No regrets. The hair straightener Jess still has, and it has a lifetime warranty, which we have used once already to get a free hair straightener after the first one broke. Between the two of them, she's had them for about 6 years, and she says it works well. That was from a mall. And I was kind of a sucker on that one. But it works. This one, I even told Jess this right after we left. I was like, listen, the stuff did work well enough to buy. But I told her, I said, I bought the salesman, not the product. This was this guy's company. I want to throw him a bone. wanted to give him the $55 because he was an incredible salesman, super, super nice guy. I wanted to support his business. I could have left, and at one point I was going to, but then I decided that I wanted to help him out and support him, and we got the product, and it works good.
Sometimes I spend a little extra to support local business, you know, I get it.
So, yeah, I'm kind of a sucker, but, you know, I'm not always a sucker, so...
Well, you are, but at least you got a heart behind.
I've said no. I've said no before.
What's the percentage you think?
50-50. Yeah,
if
you come up to me in the mall or somewhere, 50-50, it's I walk over to you and I listen to you and then I probably buy it. The other 50% is I walk away.
Does it have to be like, for you, like, does it have to be like, I don't, like, what product would you not buy even if the salesman was like super like pushy and like good salesman? Like,
let me give you an example. We were solicited again in Miami on Ocean Drive. I was a victim of solicitation a few times, really. But this guy who appeared to be homeless, and that's not funny. It's obviously not funny that he's homeless. It's just he appeared to be homeless, and he walked up to me and he said, "Here's a rose," and I said. And I said, "No, thank you." And he said, "Oh, why no thank you?" And I said, "Just no thank you." And I walked away. So there you go. Even though that would have been like $2 trying to help a guy eat.
Here's a rose. What a sales pitch. Surprised it wasn't like, here's a brick of crack cocaine.
Well, we were solicited again on Ocean
crack?
Drive. It was actually for marijuana.
Oh.
The guy, so... Miami's a crazy place.
It is, bro. I'm telling you. I was there during the day and they were partying crazy.
We were walking down the street and there's this kid, early 20s, maybe, and he's, you know, leaning back on the wall like this, just checking things out.
Cool guy.
He's a cool guy. And I walk by, and he's like, "Hey man, I'll sell you some good weed." And I was like, "No thanks."
Bro, you gotta say something funny to that.
Well, what would you say to that?
Like, if someone was like, you gotta be like, "Oh no, dude, I got something better for you."
Yeah, no, I'll sell you some.
Yeah.
Which I wouldn't.
I'm clean, I swear.
Yeah, but that would be funny to say.
Yeah, you gotta say something funny to those guys, you know?
I don't know, this didn't really look like a guy that...
What do you have, like, beat you up?
He was small, but he was packing.
Oh. Like packing, like, a gun?
I mean, this is a theory of mine. I can't say for sure, but it appeared that he may have been, and if I were him, I probably would, because it would be smart to have one when you're in that line of business, I would think. So it's better just walk away.
Yeah.
Is the moral of the story to walk away from that, say no thanks.
Nice.
Yeah, so, I don't know.
He should have said something like, "I'm an undercover cop."
Put your hands behind your back.
Get on your knees, put your hands behind your back. This is a citizen's arrest.
Jess would have shot me if I did that.
No, I think he would have shot you.
Perhaps. The other thing I noticed about Miami is that people wear their sunglasses indoors.
Yeah.
And after I saw that was the trend of the community, I figured, all right, I should probably start doing the same thing. So I went into Starbucks with my sunglasses on, and I felt like a jerk. So then I didn't do that again.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, it felt like I was in LA, really. On that part of Miami, the Ocean Drive part.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah. I've been down there. At Miami Beach.
Mm.
Miami Beach is like, it could be like 10 a.m. and people are drunk at the bars on the beach. It's wild.
You know what, we left the hotel at 4 a.m. on Saturday to fly back. That Friday night, Soulja Boy was playing at one of the clubs like 0.2 of a mile away. I was like, oh man, if only Jacob was here, he would do this with me.
I would go to Soulja Boy. I didn't even know he was like. I didn't even know. Did you ever remember when Soulja Boy got jumped on Instagram Live?
No, I don't remember that.
So, and the funniest part about this is, I'm like so glad that I was a part of this. So, and like it sounds horrible because he literally like had to go to the hospital, I think.
Jeez.
But I get a notification. I follow Soulja Boy on Instagram.
Okay.
I get a notification that says Soulja Boy went live, and I'm like, oh, I gotta watch this. This dude straight up like went to the hood and on live, and he was like trying to be like, yo, what's up, and like to all the boys, and they jumped him, and really? It was on Instagram Live.
That's insane.
Like, and then like he like had to go to the not like for anything serious. He just got like his like watch and like wallet stolen, and then like he like got beat up a little bit.
That's tough.
It was like, what? Is this real? I looked it up and it was real.
Imagine stealing Soulja Boy's wallet.
Imagine having his license.
I know.
Just like framed on your wall.
Soulja Boy
Soulja Boy.
His license picture. He's like smiling with his grills out.
His address is just you.
Yeah. That's a fact.
Oh man,
that's funny. Yeah, it's Miami's crazy though. Soulja Boy was playing that night. Rick Ross was playing that night, and Lil Nas was playing that night. It was crazy. It's quite the place. I liked it. I don't know if we'll go back or not, but
no,
it's not really. If you don't like drink and party a lot, it's like not really that great of a place. I could spend like a weekend there.
Yeah, see, I think it'd be like just kind of like a Vegas thing. Like,
yeah.
I don't think I'd go to Vegas for like a week because I would probably go bankrupt.
Yeah, exactly.
But for like a long weekend, it'd be like a fun because you get to like play cards, like just have a good nightlife. But then I'd be like tired.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, mail time.
Oh, that's right, mail time. Yep.
I just got a letter, and again, it was addressed to you.
Yep.
I already opened it. It's from the office. From the desk of Jeff Gordon. All right, here we go. Dear Jeffrey, as you may be aware, we have just concluded the 2022 elections for my office. Mm-hmm. I want to personally reach out and let you know that I am very thankful for your support. Mm-hmm. And the way that you treated me and my family when we went over for dinner last weekend.
And the viral YouTube reel.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank
you again. My wife still can't stop talking about the pizza that you guys ordered for us. And loved the conversation about the good old days watching me on TV as I won my 5th NASCAR World Champion Cup.
He doesn't even know how many championships he has. He has 4.
Oh.
It's a shame. He's demented.
Yeah.
These days he's...
wait, right here. Sorry. Haha. I mean 4.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Jeff, he's a jokester.
Yeah. Anyways, he then goes on to say, I could not have done this election without you.
It's true.
I owe everything to you. Thank you so much for being there for my son when he needed a shoulder to cry on.
Mm-hmm. Little Jeffrey the Third, yeah.
Yeah. And thank you for your support as I now will become the next senator of the state of Connecticut. Loves and kisses, Jeffrey Gordon.
You know, it's weird because he wrote the same thing in my DMs. And I don't really respond anymore.
You made it possible.
You know, it's no big deal, you know.
Yeah, you made it possible for him, and I just can't, if I got the support that he got from you, I think I could become state senator as well.
It's a fact. It's absolutely a fact.
Yeah. So shout out to Jeff Gordon. Thank you for driving circles in our hearts. Honestly.
And ballots in our boxes.
Let's make America race again.
That's a fact. See, that's a campaign I can stand behind.
Or get behind the wheel.
That's a campaign I can get behind the wheel of. That would have been better.
Oh, man.
Speaking of which, Donnie is running again. He announced it tonight.
Did he?
Yeah.
Is he even allowed?
He filed his papers to run again.
I thought he was, not allowed to.
I don't know. There's a lot of confusion.
Let me tell you, yeah, the government is messed up anyway. You can do whatever. I mean, you can run. Yeah, I could run for president. I could just say oh man, yeah, well, I'm 35. You have to be 35, right?
It's 35 or 45, I don't know.
I think it's 35. Anyways, I'm voting for Kanye West, so it doesn't matter. Just kidding, that's a joke, everybody. Kanye's a clown. We all know it.
Yeah.
Well, I think that wraps it up right there.
Yeah. Give us a follow at How I Met My Brother Pod on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Send us an email, howimetmybrotherpod@gmail.com.
Send us some mail, you know?
Yeah, some postal mail, that's fine too.
Yeah. I'm P.O. Box 331 in North Grosvenordale, Connecticut. You can find me on there. And send us some mail. I'll read it. Mail time with Jacob.
Yep.
And yeah. Anything you want to say?
Hugs and kisses.